So I'm going to be leading you through a self-healing exercise. This is amazing for the end of a busy day when you likely have a lot to reflect on, maybe a little bit too much, and you're preparing to unwind. You know, and instead of just zoning out and getting in front of a screen, it's really great if you can reconnect and kind of assess what's been going on inside of you in reaction perhaps to what's happening outside of you. Sometimes we don't even really know what we're feeling or where it's coming from, what the trigger is. And I've created a little exercise that uses journaling that will pretty much help you figure that out. So if you're just feeling this kind of general unease or anxiety, something may have came up today or this week that has triggered you and is giving you a reaction that feels maybe out of proportion, this is a great opportunity to see what's underneath and to look if there's something that you can unearth from the experience in order to find a directed action that feels empowering and grounding to you. All you're going to need for this is a pen and paper, so get that ready, and you can pause the video when I ask a question, and I want you to answer the questions as though your only job is to make the pen move on paper. I don't want you to overthink or try to rationally understand this. Just go with the first thing that pops into your mind. This is the principle behind automatic writing. I'll be using this tool a lot, and this is a really simple exercise, but it's very powerful how we can get from point A to B to C by the end of it. So let's get started. The first question I want you to answer is, what is triggering you right now? What's the first situation or conversation or concern, anxiety, worry? Maybe you're feeling angry or sad about something. Answer, what is the trigger that's causing this emotional reaction? Again, the first thing that comes to your mind is the right thing to write down. The next question I want you to ask yourself is, what can I do to address the situation from a place of wisdom and integrity? Next question, what is the next step that I can take to align myself with the best course of action in this situation? Okay, now we're thinking ahead, right? We're already maybe projecting into some of the challenges that we're going to face. So when you take the step towards the best course of action in the situation, what potential obstacles do you see coming up when you try and take that step from that place of wisdom and integrity? And now ask yourself, what corrective measures can you anticipate will work in helping you overcome that obstacle? So that last obstacle you wrote down that may get in the way of taking the best course of action, what steps can you take to remedy that obstacle, or at least to anticipate it, to get in front of it, to give yourself better odds of overcoming it? So I think you can see with this really simple exercise how far you can get from the original starting point of these very murky emotions. I did this exercise on myself today, and I was feeling this kind of general moodiness or helplessness and overwhelm. How do I prioritize all these things that I have to do and these different competing parts of me? And really by the end of this, it became so clear how I could implement a very simple tool to help me organize my priorities and really calm down that part of me that was just kind of spinning their wheels and creating anxiety through a form of inaction, or at least a lack of assertive action. So this tool today is really for any general anxiety you might be feeling or unease, and perhaps something that you don't quite understand but you'd like to untangle a little bit for yourself. I hope you've enjoyed this. It's really quite impressive what we can find out from ourselves, how we can approach a situation differently just by taking the time to unravel the layers of what we're feeling and thinking a little bit, and access a part of ourselves that is very wise, truthful and has integrity, that is able to guide us through any situation if we just take the time to ask.